we're able to combine actually 3 spaces into one big space. There was a living room hallway, there was a dining room, and then the kitchen. So in removing the wall that separated the kitchen from the living room, we're able to actually open up the space into, all 3 spaces. So now we're actually, taking, for them an underutilized space and making it, something that they could combine and they could see and people could interact. And then we were able also to go ahead and shrink down the lanai door, which I thought was an important aspect. They said they just needed a space for them to actually get in and out of that space, and not something that they wanted to basically look at. And so we're able to give them a small French door, a smaller French door, and then we're able to move the pantry over to the refrigerator, and I gave them a little more storage. What we're finding right now, which is different than the past, is that people are using the kitchen more for social aspects, versus something that's just for utility only, and so it's not like restaurants, major restaurants and I guess that's kind of the way homes were modeled after, where we did a lot of production in the kitchen, and then we shut the door, and then we entertained outside of the kitchen, and came back to that only when we needed things or we needed to clean up afterwards. So I think now it's become an area where people are more involved in, people can actually interact with people as they're actually moving around and doing things. So, in that respect, I think that's changed quite a bit. I think objectively they wanted to make sure that they weren't losing a lot of storage. So one of the things that we're able to do after we took down the wall, we're able to move the cabinets to the ceiling. I think that's, that takes away some of the, the worries about not having enough storage space. The other thing was that we're able to, put that pantry or move the pantry from that wall that we're taking down, because you do need walls in the kitchen. One of the, there's kind of a lot of rules in kitchen design, but one of the very big rules is tall things have to go on walls. So in this case, hoods we like to see on walls. We like to see refrigerators on walls and tall pantries on walls. So, we're able to go ahead and do that for them. And so the cabinets were done by a company called Diamond, and it's a Montgomery door, which is a shaker door. We sell a lot of shaker doors, I think, mostly because I think people want cleaner looks, cleaner lines. They don't typically, I think a lot of people in their mind want something that's flat or, is going to be really, really clean. And then when they find out that they can't get a wood door that's flat, or they, now they're in a situation where, well, what's the next best look? And I think that's one of the reasons why we sell a lot of, shaker doors. This is a cherry cabinet, so it's a really, really warm cabinet, and it's in a color stain called Briarwood, which is, again, a little darker. It brings out the red. Most cherry cabinets will start out very, very light and then will mature into something very, very red. So actually staining the cabinet will help take some of the variation of the wood out, and then also it helps accelerate that process where they can actually enjoy the little warmer tones in the kitchen right away. So what we're using a natural stone. Natural stone, it's funny, I think there are some misconceptions now with natural stone that we have with quartz countertops. People still ask a lot for quartz countertops, but you just need to know that whether it's a laminate, acrylic, or quartz, everything wants to grow up to be natural stone. So people who do choose natural stone, now have, this individual, one-of-a-kind type of piece that actually, even though it does require a little maintenance, but I'm going to say gone are I guess as technology gets better. Before, we used to have to seal this thing every year, and now they've come out with sealers that are good for 15 years and warranty, for 15 years, and again, staining, which is something that's kind of a nice feature that has come. So it's taken some of that worry on that yearly maintenance, that we used to worry about. I mean, that's kind of gone away. One of the other interesting things about using natural stone now is that there is a finite limit to this. So we're finding now that certain colors are now becoming unavailable because, it's one of these things, we just keep taking things out of the earth. Eventually, we're going to run out. So I think people who do choose natural stone actually have the comfort in knowing that, they've, again, have this one-of-a-kind piece. This particular flooring is our number one seller, so in terms of material. So people are, again, wanting a product that's going to perform well, that's going to look really, really nice, and it's not going to be as expensive as the thing that it's trying to be. So this particular floor is a luxury vinyl tile. So it is a vinyl product, and vinyl products have come a long, long way. They've actually replaced wood laminate floors, which actually have not, held up very well because of the core of itself is actually a particle board. So this particular floor is very water resistant. We don't like to use the word waterproof, but I'm going to say you spill water on it, you really don't have to worry about it very much. And the colors are very natural. We're able to, this particular floor, I think one of the things that's nice is that it is light and dark. So one of the things about, natural wood cabinets is that they're going to start changing color over time. So one of the things that's nice about, having a floor that has this color variation in it is that it's always going to match the cabinet, even as it starts, changing shade. I think people a lot of times are very, very amazed, especially when they come into our showroom and we show them and we say, hey, that's a wood, that's not real wood, that's actually a vinyl product. And then they have to go over there, walk it, touch it, feel it, to see,
right.
Yeah, it's vinyl. Wow. I think one of the things that's very, very helpful, especially when you're trying to realize, what you're trying to actually put into your kitchen, is for you to try to find somebody that can come in, help you shape the project so that way you get a clearer understanding of what you get. And then if you're able to do that, I think at the end of the project, you're not left with a feeling like maybe there's something more that I could have done, or maybe something could have been a little different. I think, you end up going through a lot of options in terms of the way the kitchen could shape up, and again, because of the program itself, we're able to, do the kitchen over and over again without having to pay any money. And then when you're finally done with it, you already know exactly what you're getting. So there's, no surprises. And I think you're left with a feeling that, hey, I was able to, get everything that I wanted out of the space.